QB, Colin Kaepernick, is going to start the game Sunday. He's the QB. Kaepernick, of course, heavily criticised. He takes the knee during the national anthem. This year, the NFL has seen its ratings drop. I wonder if there's a connection. Burgess Owens is with us. He's the author of Liberalism, or How to Turn Good Men into Whiners, Weenies and Wimps. I always like that title says it all, Burgess. Now, do you think, I think you're opposed to Kaepernick taking the knee, as they say. Do you think that that is responsible for the small drop in ratings of NFL games?
Well, I'm hoping so, Stuart. Let me say this. I'm proud of Americans for standing against socialists. And that's actually what we're talking about here. We're talking about not a race issue, but an ideology issue. And if men across this country and mothers, fathers and mothers are taking their kids and pulling away from the television set to stand up against this, and I'm very proud of Americans for doing that. Absolutely.
So it's a good thing then. You agree with this. Okay, don't watch that game. Don't go to the game if they're going to do that kind of thing. You're in favor of this, right?
Absolutely. And let me take it a little bit further. I mentioned that this is an ideology, not a race issue. We've had a black president for 8 years. Not once has it by a black president, NAACP, or the cowardice Black Caucus ever said things to our young men like, pull up your pants, respect women, take care of those kids. So 70% of men are abandoning our kids. Not once have they mentioned that it's time for us to be the real men and fathers we should be. It is, again, we're fighting an ideology, and if Americans need to really see and understand that if socialists really cared, then the message would be quite different than it is today. So this is a good example of us standing strongly.
All right, Burgess, now if you say that we should be teaching our kids to respect women, treat them right, and say the right things, how do you feel about Donald Trump?
Well, Donald is, again, we're debating the head of our party. Let's do this. Let's look at the heart and history of our parties. The Democratic Party has been anti-black for over 150 years. It was the Republican Party, the party of Lincoln, that fought against slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, KKK, the Davis-Bacon Act. There's a listing of things that our party has done very, very well at. And all I'm asking for Americans, give black conservatives a little bit of time. Give us 4 years for us to get our message out to our youth. We will mentor them, we'll educate them, we'll hire them, we'll teach them to dream big, which the socialists, the Democrats, have not done for decades. If you want to see the vision of the Democratic Party, go to Ferguson, Charlotte, Baltimore, every place you see failure and misery, you see the vision of the Democratic Party. Give us a chance, and I promise you, that together we can make this thing happen, and you'll be proud of the black race for standing for principles and values first. And I think we'll bring this country back.
Your point has nothing to do with, forgive me for saying that, I don't think your point has anything to do with race. You're simply articulating a Christian conservative point of view, which crosses all races, all cultures, all the time. That's where you're coming from, isn't it?
And Stuart, that is the way, that's the American way. The reason why my race did so well, we led the country in terms of black and in terms of the middle class. We had the most men committed to marriage. We had the most percentage of entrepreneurs. We were the race before liberalism took over, and that's what we're talking about. Let's get back to the Judeo-Christian values that allows all of us, regardless of our ideas, our ways that we worship or not, to be free to do and grow and vision big the way our country is designed to do. It is not about race, it's about ideology.
Burgess Owens, thank you very much for coming on the show again. You'll be back, I promise you. Good stuff. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
Very much, buddy. Thank you.